Hello everybody, and welcome to Into the Shallow Depths episode 2. So last weekend we had the last episode of Les and Lee's Stakeout, series 1. We haven't had a chance yet to get together and record season 2, but lockdown measures seem to be lifting a little for us here, so we may be able to get together after the Christmas and New Year period to record season 2. That is just going to have to be one of those things that we take a look at when the time comes. Apart from that, it's going to be... we're just going to have to keep an eye on things as things keep going on, and double check whether we're still within the lockdown measures and what sort of things we need to follow to make sure that we're doing the right things so that me and James can get together and record season 2. It's one of those things that we could record it separately or via a chat service like Discord or Zoom, but with the latency that internet chats bring, then I'm not 100% on actually doing that, because with it being an ad-lib based podcast, then we're not 100% going to be able to time things absolutely perfectly. I mean, I can edit the timing in the edit, but it just wouldn't have the same sort of feel. So I'd prefer that when we do season 2, we can actually get together and sit down between me and James and just literally spend a day recording season 2. And with that, for the recording of season 2, we are doing a massive upgrade for the sound recording. Next time round we will be using my sound card, and we'll have 2 separate mics. That way I don't have to spend as much time in the edit cutting between our lines on the one take, just so that we can have a cleaner sound. So doing it that way will give me a kind of idea as to basically how well we can make it when we've got 2 mics rather than just the one. Because when we recorded season 1, we were just literally in front of a microphone, both of us, one sat either side, recording. We had 2 tracks recording at the same time, but there was a lot of cutting and a lot of moving and things like that I had to do to make sure that it sounded decently. Sounded decent, should I say. I can't English today. I can't English ever. On another note, I am going to be delaying the release of Outbreak until the new year, due to various issues on my end. I haven't been able to sit down and record Outbreak as much as I wanted to. I've got 3 episodes out of the first 6 recorded, because the whole idea is that I'm going to record 6 episodes. We're going to put those 6 episodes out, see how people feel about it, and if people like those first 6 episodes, then I'll do 6 more. And season 1 of Outbreak will be 12 episodes rather than 6. But it's all going to be down to how people feel about the podcast and how people feel about the story that goes along with it. So we'll just take a look and see what happens when we get to that point. In other news, me and James are already working on another podcast idea, the one that I mentioned last time, the one that's going to take a lot of production and all that. I'm starting to come up with some ideas for it. I know James has already got a few ideas for it, so we're just going to see where that goes. After that, we'll obviously have in the new year, fingers crossed, Les and Lee Season 2, along with Outbreak Season 1, and potentially a couple more podcasts coming out, so you'll have more than one podcast to listen to a week. I am also in talks at the moment with partnering Shallow Depth Media with a management company. That way we have a bit more reach, and that way we have a bit more push behind it. So there is potential there. Once it's potentially agreed, I will post up on the Facebook page about it, which through the Christmas period I'm going to be a lot more active on the Facebook page, just as a sense of making sure that people know that we're still around and that we're not doing Les and Lee Season 1 and that's it. I will do a couple more of these videos during the Christmas period to update you on how things are going, to possibly do a Q&A maybe, who knows. But we'll just see what goes on, and we'll see how much we can push this forward, especially seeing as if we get pushed with this management system, then we're going to get a lot more people coming in and listening. We're just going to have to see what happens, basically. That is all the news that I have for you this time round on Into the Shallow Depths. So, if you have enjoyed listening to me ramble on for 7.5 minutes, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and if you have any questions about Shallow Depth Media, about Les and Lee's Stakeout, about Outbreak even, leave them in the comments, and if there are enough questions, next time I do one of these, I will answer some questions. So that's all from me for now. I'll see you next time when we go into the Shallow Depths.